blush when you look my way, trying to act like it's nothing at all. I blush when you look my way, guess my whole face gave the secret away. Standing by the lockers, pretending to read my own message. Heart is doing a ridiculous little routine in my chest. The way you lean against the doorway, there's a number on me. Makes it hard to remember my own name. Flutter in my stomach when you get a little closer. Glance I wasn't supposed to catch turns into a whole conversation. Quiet little nothing is turning into a whole big deal, and I don't know how to make it stop. I blush when you look my way, trying to act like it's nothing at all. I blush when you look my way, guess my whole face gave the secret away. Practice whole speech about staying casual about this. Forgot the whole speech, the second rise actionless. Spark the jumps between us isn't a thing I invented, and pretending otherwise is getting harder. Flutter in my stomach when you get a little closer. Glance at one that's supposed to catch turns into a whole conversation. Quiet little nothing is turning into a whole big deal, and I don't know how to make it stop. I blush when you look my way, trying to act like it's nothing at all. I blush when you look my way, guess my whole face gave the secret away. Maybe it's fine if you already know how this ends for me. Maybe the color in my cheeks says more than I could ever say out loud. And a feeling this obvious doesn't need to stay a secret much longer. So this is my face, doing all the talking. I blush when you look my way, trying to act like it's nothing at all. I blush when you look my way, guess my whole face gave the secret away. I blush when you look my way, blush, 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 look my way, blush, 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 look my way. Give it away, give it away.
Turn up the heat, we never stop, never stop. This whole block is catching fire from our sound. Turn up the heat, we never stop. Watch the whole crowd move to what we drop. Stepping through the summer market, smoke curls off the grill, a little spices riding along in my pocket, ready to go off. Kick of cinnamon and pepper mixing with the baseline. Nobody taught me how to hold back. Sizzle on the pan is talking louder than the crowd around. Blaze behind my ribs is spreading to my fingertips. Air around me says I should let it all out. Watch me let it climb a little more. Turn up the heat, we never stop, never stop. This whole block is catching fire from our sound. Turn up the heat, we never stop. Watch the whole crowd move to what we drop. Grew up learning flavor from my grandmother's kitchen table. These days I'm serving up a Philly. Nobody can forget, keep the door down, bring the whole crowd closer to the flame. Nothing in this world tastes better than this moment. Sizzle on the pan is talking louder than the crowd around. Blaze behind my ribs is spreading to my fingertips. Air around me says I should let it all out. Watch me let it climb a little more. Turn up the heat, we never stop, never stop. This whole block is catching fire from our side. Turn up the heat, we never stop. Watch the whole crowd move to what we drop. Some recipes get passed from hand to hand for years. Some flavors only work because we made them ours. This isn't a recipe I could buy or fake or borrow. It's just the spice that's always been inside me. Turn up the heat, we never stop. This whole block is catching fire from our side. Turn up the heat, we never stop. Watch the whole crowd move to what we drop. Turn up the heat, we never stop.
stop meaning anything about an hour ago. Streamers still hanging from last year's celebration. Nobody took them down. Glitter ball catching each light in the room and multiplying it. This party doesn't know how to end, and neither do we. Encore keeps happening even though nobody official called for one. Afterglow hasn't faded from the last song we danced to. Nobody's checking a clock or a calendar or an exit. We're just staying for as long as it lasts. We're running on party time. Party time. Nobody knows what hour it actually is anymore. We're running on party time. Any clock in this place gave up, trying to keep track. Streamers keep multiplying each time somebody brings out more. Glitter ball's been spinning long enough to lose track of the hour. Afterglow from 3 songs ago hasn't worn off yet, and a new one just started. Encore keeps happening even though nobody official called for one. Afterglow hasn't faded from the last song we danced to. Nobody's checking a clock or a calendar or an exit. We're just staying for as long as it's lasts. We're running on party time. Party time. Nobody knows what hour it actually is anymore. We're running on party time. Any clock in this place gave up, trying to keep track. Somebody mentioned we should probably think about wrapping up soon. That was easily 2 hours and 3 encores ago at this point. Nobody actually wants this to be the last song, so it never is. We're running on party time. Party time. Party time. Party time. Nobody knows what hour it actually is anymore. We're running on party time. Any clock in this place gave up, trying to keep track. We're running on party time. Party time. Party time. Party time. Party time. Party time, 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 encore, encore.
We're the fireworks, we light the sky. Nobody built us to stay quiet in the corner. We're the fireworks, we light the sky. Watch what happens when we finally go off. Hey, hey. Watch the sky change color. Spend enough time being the opening act for somebody else's moment. Burst of color was always happening somewhere just out of frame. Not anymore. This whole sky belongs to us completely, and we're not sharing the credit. Hey, radiant doesn't begin to cover what's about to happen up there. Brilliance has been building backstage longer than anybody realized. Cascade of everything we've been holding back is finally coming loose. Watch us light up the whole block. Hey, hey. We're the fireworks, we light the sky. Nobody built us to stay quiet in the corner. We're the fireworks, we light the sky. Watch what happens when we finally go off. Yeah, used to watch the show from the ground like everybody else. Burst after burst, kept tapping into people who weren't us. Climbed up on my own, nobody handed me the ladder. Brilliance was always mine, just delayed. Radiant doesn't begin to cover what's about to happen out there. Doesn't begin to cover what's about to happen out of there. Brilliance has been building backstage longer than anybody realized. Cascade of everything we've been holding back is finally coming loose. Watch us light up the whole block. Hey, hey. We're the fireworks, we light the sky. Nobody built us to stay quiet in the corner. We're the fireworks, we light the sky. Watch what happens when we finally go off. Yeah, some things are only worth doing if the whole sky can see them. Some bursts are too big to release just one at a time. This is the moment we stop asking for
schedule for the first time all summer. Golden hour light hit the kitchen before anybody else was even awake. Barefoot on the porch deciding this is gonna be a good one. Called everybody before I'd even had my coffee. Laughter already echoing before we've even stepped outside. Endless is the only word that describes what today feels like. And I'm not checking a clock for the rest of it. We could run all day and never stop. Nothing on the schedule that matters more than this. We could run all day and never stop. Chase the whole day until it chases us back. Six of us grabbed snacks and just started walking with no plan at all. Barefoot in the grass by afternoon, shoes forgotten somewhere behind us. Golden hour caught us mid-laugh, and somehow it felt like the whole point. Nobody wants to check their phone for hours. Laughter already echoing before we even stepped outside. Endless is the only word that describes what today feels like. And I'm not checking the clock for the rest of it. We could run all day and never stop. There's nothing on the schedule that matters more than this. We could run all day and never stop. Chase the whole day until it chases us back. Started this morning with absolutely no plan and ended up somewhere none of us can even remember, and none of us mind at all. Golden hour turned to dusk and we still haven't gone home. Tomorrow can wait for its turn. We can run all day and never stop. Nothing on the schedule that matters more than this. We can run all day and never stop. Chase the whole day until it chases us back. We can run all day and never stop. Never stop. Never stop. Run all day. Run all day. Run all day. Run all day. Run all day.
Baseline hits the floor before the lights even catch up to it. Thumping my chest starts lining up with the kick drum pattern. Room was quiet a minute ago, and suddenly it's a different animal. Bodies finding the groove before their brains catch on. Your groove was just an idea until the baseline made it physical. Pulse under the floorboards doing half the talking for us. Nobody agreed to dance, it just started happening around us, and we're all just following through. Pulse keeps climbing, even when the song hasn't peaked yet. Groove doesn't ask if you're ready before it takes over. This whole room is one instrument, and we're a part of it. Somebody flip the switch and never look back. Open up the groove box, let it play, let it play. Baseline's already decided how the rest of this goes. Open up the groove box, let it play. Thump is louder than anything we could put into words. Six speakers stacked in the corner, just waiting for their moment. Groove they're about to release has been building since soundtrack. Pulse of the room matches the pulse coming through the wall. And nobody's checking the time anymore. Pulse keeps climbing, even when the song hasn't peaked yet. Groove doesn't ask if you're ready before it takes over. This whole room is one instrument, and we're a part of it. Somebody flip the switch and never look back. Open up the groove box, let it play, let it play. Baseline's already decided how the rest of this goes. Open up the groove box, let hasn't even hit the drop yet. Once it does, there's no explaining what happens next. Just watch. Open up the Groovebox, let it play, let it play. Baseline's already decided how the rest of this goes. Open up the Groovebox, let it play. The bass louder than anything we could put into words. Let it play, let it play, let it play, let it play. Groovebox, Groovebox, Groovebox,
Skyward, we're rising skyward. Nothing left on the ground is holding us down anymore. Skyward, we're rising skyward. Watch how far we go when nobody's stopping us. Spent a long time keeping both feet planted like that was a safe move. I sent felt like a risk until staying still started feeling riskier. Weightless is what happens the second you stop racing for the fall. Turns out the ground was never the point, and if isn't a place you arrive at by accident, altitude keeps climbing the moment you stop asking permission. This whole sky just opened up like it was waiting for us, and we're not slowing down to admire it. Skyward, we're rising skyward. Nothing left on the ground is holding us down anymore. Skyward, we're rising skyward. Used to measure success by how steady I could keep my feet. Ascent feels different once you've actually tried it. Weightless don't feel like losing control. It feels like finally having it, and I'm never coming back down for anybody's side. There's a place you have a by accident. Altitude keeps climbing the moment you stop asking permission. This whole sky just opened up like it was waiting for us, and we're not slowing down to admire it. Skyward, we're rising skyward. Nothing left on the ground is holding us down anymore. Skyward, we're rising skyward. Plenty of people convince themselves the ground is enough for a lifetime. Not everybody was built to stay down there for long. We figured out early which type we were, and we haven't looked down since. Skyward, we're rising skyward. We're rising skyward. Take us hold hand in the skyward. We're rising skyward. We're rising skyward. Skyward, skyward. Skyward, skyward. Rising, rising. Higher, higher.
Bags back loose, we don't know where we're stopping next. Blur of green fields, outside is moving faster than my hands. Sunbursts breaking through the clouds like it's chasing us too. Nothing about this pace feels like it's slowing down. Adrenaline building up before the chorus even hits. Streak of gold spreading wider than it was a moment ago. This whole rush is moving faster than we ask it to, and nothing about it is stopping. We're speeding through the summer haze. Nothing's catching up to us this time of year. Speeding through the summer haze. Faster than the season knows what to do with. Whole playlist silence we made got skip past by the third song. Blur outside the window matches the blur inside my chest. Sunbursts hit different when you're not thinking about tomorrow. Adrenaline doesn't ask permission before it shows up. Adrenaline up before the chorus even hits. Streak of gold spreading wider than it was a moment ago. This rush is moving faster than we asked it to, and nothing about it is stopping. We're speeding through the summer haze, summer haze. Nothing's catching up to us this time of year. We're through the summer haze, summer haze. Faster than the season knows what to do with. Whole world slows down for just a second in the middle of this. Heartbeat still racing even though the tempo drop. Oh, this pause is only borrowed. We already know that. Get ready because we're picking it right back up. Yeah. We're speeding through the summer haze. We're speeding through the summer haze. Summer haze catching up to us this time of year. Through the summer haze, faster than the season knows what to do with. Knows what to do. We're speeding through the summer haze. Summer haze, summer haze. Speeding through. Speeding through. Faster, faster. Shout it from the rooftop, let it echo out. Nobody's holding anything back for the rest of this. Shout it from the rooftop, let it echo out. It's coming out completely. It's been a long stretch, keeping my volume down to match the room. Access to the roof has been sitting right above me this whole time. Nobody told me I couldn't climb up and just let go. Turns out I just needed the height. Anthem building in my chest has been waiting for an actual stage. Unleash isn't a word I used to associate with myself. Triumph doesn't ask permission once you found the right stage. And I finally found mine. Shout it from the rooftop, let it echo out. Nobody's holding anything back for the rest of it. Shout it from the rooftop, let it echo out. Go out, go out, out, out.
6 flights up just to find a place loud enough for what I'm carrying. Anthem in my chest wasn't built for indoor volume anyway. Triumph looks different once you've actually climbed for it yourself. And I'm not coming back down, quiet.
Anthem building in my chest has been waiting for an actual stage. Unleash isn't a word I used to associate with myself. Triumph doesn't ask permission once you found the right stage. And I finally found mine. Shout it from the rooftop, let it echo out. Nobody's holding anything back for the rest of it. Shout it from the rooftop, let it echo out. Go out, go out, go out. Shout it from the rooftop, let it echo out. Go out. Nobody's holding anything back for the rest of it. Shout it from the rooftop, let it echo out. Go out, go out, go out, go out. Certain emotions get too big for any room with a ceiling on it. This one needed open sky the second it started building. Now one piece of this is staying contained a second longer. Count us down, count us down, count us down. Shout it from the rooftop, let it echo out. Nobody's holding anything back for the rest of this. Shout it from the rooftop, let it echo out. Go out, go out. Shout it from the rooftop, let it echo out. Shout it from the rooftop, let it echo out. Echo out, echo out. Rooftop, rooftop. Unleash, unleash.
Tune into my frequency. Nobody else looks on this particular wavelength. Tune into my frequency. Static clears the second you find the right number. Used to think I was speaking a language nobody around me understood. Signal was always there, just never turned anybody listening. Quiet for a long time because quiet felt safer than static. Didn't know silence could get this loud on its own. Underneath everything, never spoke out loud. Finally has a shape. Wavelength finding another one exactly like it doesn't happen by accident. vibrations of noise before I landed on the one that actually made sense. Hum in the back of my chest got louder each time you got closer. Signal isn't complicated once you stop overthinking the reception. Wavelength was always just waiting to be found. Underneath everything never spoke out loud finally has a shape. Wavelength finding another one exactly like it doesn't happen by accident.
This whole static was just two signals looking for the same station, and we finally found it.
Tune into my frequency. Nobody else don't guess on this particular wavelength. Tune into my frequency. Static clears the second you find the right number. Quiet. Everything goes still for a second before the signal locks in completely. Then the whole static clears at once, and there's only one station left. This is the part nobody explains right. It just happens, and once it does, there's no tuning away from it. Tuning to my frequency. Nobody else reckons on this particular wavelength. Tuning to my frequency. Static clears the second you find the right number. Right number.
Grew up watching people wait for permission to speak up first. Never understood why waiting was supposed to be the polite thing. A restlessness in me refuses to stand quietly at the back of any room. Vanguard was never a title I asked for, just one I grew into. This is where I stand. This is who I am. Command doesn't come from volume, it comes from knowing the direction. Forefront isn't a place you're given, it's a place you walk into. People follow my lead before I even realized I was leading, and I stopped apologizing for it. This is where I stand. I was born to take the lead. Nobody has to hand me the throne, I'm already standing on it. I was born to take the lead. This was written before I learned to walk. Watched women before me clear the path with their bare hands. Closed doors they knocked down one by one, made mine open a little easier. Throne isn't inherited, it's earned one room at a time, and I've been earning mine since I could talk. Vanguard means going first when nobody else will move. Command means owning the silence before you speak. Forefront isn't comfortable, but comfortable was never the goal, and I stopped needing anyone's permission. I was born to take the lead. Nobody has to hand me the throne, I'm already standing on it. I was born to take the lead. This was written before I learned to walk. Some people spend their whole life waiting for someone to notice them. Some people build a stage themselves and just start talking. I stopped waiting for an invitation a long time ago. I already gave myself all the permission I needed. I was born to take the lead. Nobody has to hand me the throne, I'm already standing on it. I was born to take the lead. This was written before I learned to walk. Take the lead. Born for this, standing tall. Standing tall.
Welcome to our Carnival parade. Carnival parade. This whole street becomes a stage today. Welcome to our Carnival parade. to our Carnival parade. This whole street becomes a stage today. Welcome to our Carnival parade. Follow the sound and you'll find your way.
Grew up chasing the sound each summer since I was small. These days I'm the one leading the crowd instead of following.
Banner in my hand feels heavier than I remember, but I wouldn't trade this one for anything. Cheer coming from the back, it's spreading to the front row. Drums getting closer, feet ready, finding the rhythm. This moment alone can turn a street into a festival, and nobody wants to be the one standing still. Welcome to our Carnival parade. Carnival parade. This whole street becomes a stage today. Welcome to our Carnival parade. Follow the sound and you'll find your way.
Been walking the same route for years just to feel this exact feeling. Been waiting all year just to hear this exact sound again.
Nothing about this moment gets old. No matter how many times it happens, this is the one day that belongs to everyone. Welcome to our Carnival parade.
Oh, Carnival parade.
This whole street becomes a stage today. Welcome to our Carnival parade. Follow the sound and you'll find your way. Welcome to our Carnival parade. Carnival, Carnival parade. Follow the sound, follow the sound, follow the sound.
Been building this momentum since the very first step I took. People kept waiting for me to trip over my own ambition. Never happened, never once, not even close, and I'm not planning on starting today. Propel me forward, there's no side of me that stays still. Lift off happens the second somebody tells me I can. Pressure building on me, each shot they handed me, and it's about to go off. Nobody can slow me down. Slow me down. Momentum's been building since the day they told me to sit still. Nobody can slow me down.
I'm already the point where stopping is an option. 6 years of people telling me to pace myself and wait my turn. Momentum doesn't wait for permission or a good moment to arrive. Unstoppable isn't a compliment I'm chasing. It's just what happened once I stopped asking if I was allowed to move this fast.
Propel me forward, there's no side of me that stays still. Lift off happens the second somebody tells me I can. Pressure building on me, each shot they handed me, and it's about to go off. Nobody can slow me down. Slow me down. Momentum's been building since the day they told me to sit still. Nobody can slow me down.
I'm already the point where stopping is an option.
Some people spend years convincing themselves to finally start moving. I skipped that whole part and went straight to unstoppable. This isn't a phase or a moment, it's just how I'm built, and I'm not slowing down to explain it to anybody. Nobody can slow me down. Slow me down. Slow me down. Nobody slow me down. Nobody can slow me down.
Slow me down, slow me down, slow me down.
Nobody can slow me down.
Slow me down, slow me down.
Nobody. Unstoppable.
Time pulling out further than it did the day before. The water itself is calling louder than my hesitation. Underneath the surface as the time is finally a little brighter with each step. Whatever in me was resisting gave up somewhere along the way, and I haven't looked back since. Catch me in the current, let it pull. I'm not fighting where this feeling wants to take me. Catch me in the current, let it pull. Further than I ever planned to go. Some things are only meant to follow, not control. Some tides only come around if you let them. Nothing about this feels like losing or like finally arriving, and I'm not asking where it ends. Catch me in the current, let it pull. I'm not fighting where this feeling wants to take me. Catch me in the current, let it pull. Further than I ever planned to go. Catch me in the current, let it pull. Catch me in the current, let it pull. Current, let it pull.
Standing at the counter with my eyes on all the options. Not the type of girl who settles for the smaller side. Craving a richness that isn't on the menu at all. If it looks good, I'm ordering two. Frosting on top isn't optional in my book. Indulge a little, never hurt anybody I've heard of. Sparkle catches my eye before the price tag does. I've never once regretted going bigger. Waitress knows my order before I even open my mouth. This whole table is about to disappear. I'm gonna have it all my way. Nobody's splitting this dessert in half with me. I'm gonna have it all my way. Second servings already got my name on it. Grew up sharing my portion with people who never asked first. Now it's time, now with a plate that's good sitting in front of me. Learned at some point that hesitation cost me. Sparkle in the case means I've already decided. Frosting on top isn't optional in my book. Indulge a little, never hurt anybody I've heard of. Sparkle catches my eye before the price tag does. I've never once regretted going bigger. Waitress knows my order before I even open my mouth. This whole table is about to disappear. I'm gonna have it all my way. Nobody's splitting this dessert in half with me. I'm gonna have it all my way. Second servings already got my name on it. Some people apologize for wanting more than the standard portion. Some people shrink themselves down to fit somebody else's plate. Not me, not anymore. Now when I finally learn my own appetite, this much is mine, and I refuse to share it. I'm gonna have it all my way. My way, my way. I'm gonna have it all my way. My way, my way. I'm gonna have it all my way. My way, my way, my way. I'm gonna have it all my way. My way, be your own.
Started running before the starting gun. Even finished the sound. Stride's been the same length since the very first lap. Front runner is in a position of 5-4. It's just where I end up. Everybody is racing to catch up to a decision I already made. Tempo of this whole thing was at the moment I stopped waiting for permission. Trailblazer wasn't the plan, it's just what happens when you go first. Nobody else is walking in this direction, so I made it the direction. These days everyone's calling it the way. We set the pace, follow if you can. This whole race was decided before anybody else showed up. Set the pace, follow if you can. Everybody's running our tempo, whether they know it or not. 6
Seasons of people trying to copy the same stride and missing the point. Trailblazer isn't about the shoes, it's about which direction you're willing to go alone. Front runner status doesn't come from talent alone, it comes from starting first. And nobody wants to admit that part. Tempo, this whole thing was at the moment I stopped waiting for permission. Trailblazer wasn't the plan, it's just what happens when you go first. Nobody else walking this direction, so I made it the direction. These days everyone's calling it the way. Set the pace, follow if you can. If you can, this whole race was decided before anybody else showed up. Set the pace, follow if you can. Everybody's running our tempo, whether they know it or not. Set the pace, follow if you can. Follow if you can. This whole race was decided before anybody else showed up. Set the pace, follow if you can. Nobody's catching up to a head start this side. Oh yeah. People kept telling us to slow down and match everybody's rhythm. We tried that for exactly one season and it nearly broke us in the process. Turns out we were never built to move at somebody else's tempo, and we stopped apologizing for it. We set the pace, follow if you can. This whole race was decided before anybody else showed up. We set the pace, follow if you can. Everybody's running our tempo, where they know we know. We set the pace, follow if you can. We set the pace, we know. We set the pace, follow if you can. Our tempo, our tempo.
Hey, hey. Feel the countdown start. Grab my things before the message even finished loading. Dash across the room, not bothering to check the mirror twice. The feeling won't let me walk at anything close to normal speed. My feet know exactly where they're going without asking. Buzzing my chest is louder than anything my phone could send me. Arrival feels like it's happened before I even move. This rush doesn't need a countdown to explain itself. I'm running before the light even changes. I'm already on my way to you. On my way. Nothing in the city moves as fast as I do. I'm already on my way to you. Save your breath. I'm already through the door. Yeah, 6 blocks down and I haven't slowed once since I started. Dash past corner store after corner store without a second look. Countdown in my head, hit 0 the moment that you texted. Arrival is the only plan I'm sticking to. Buzzing my chest is louder than anything my phone could send me. Arrival feels like it's happened before I even move. This rush doesn't need a countdown to explain itself. I'm running before the light even changes. I'm already on my way to you. On my way. Nothing in the city moves as fast as I do. I'm already on my way to you. Save your breath. I'm already through the door. Some people wait for the perfect moment to start moving. Some plan each step before they take it. Not me. Not when it comes to getting back to you. I move before I even finish thinking. I'm already on my way to you. On my way. Nothing in the city moves as fast as I do. I'm already on my way to you. Save your breath. I'm already through the door. I'm already on my way to you. On my way. On my way. On my way. Already. Through the door. Through the door.
La 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 la. Yeah. La 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 la. Yeah, hit up and let you better. La 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 la. Duffel bag spinning head packs since the morning I can better remember. Woke up today with an idea that wouldn't let me sleep on it any longer. Spontaneous has always been a calendar before it decides to move.
Nothing about staying still has ever made sense to me, and I'm done pretending to love. Why? Pick it up and let's just go.
Let's just go.
Nowhere in particular sounds like the perfect destination. Pick it up and let's just go. Worry about the plan once we're already moving.
Told my friends I'd think about it and then pack within the hour.
Okay.
Duffel's got the essentials, the rest of it is replaceable.
Horizon looks a little different each time I actually reach it, and that's exactly why I keep chasing it. Horizon calling sick before I had the money to answer it. Wanderlust doesn't check a calendar before it decides to move. Nothing about staying still has ever made sense to me, and I'm done pretending I love. Why? Pick it up and let's just go.
Let's just go.
Nowhere in particular sounds like the perfect destination. Up and let's just go. Worry about the plan once while we already moving. Used to plan a trip a year ahead just to feel safe about it. At some point I realized safety was never the point. These days the only plan I trust is the one that starts the moment I decide, and that decision usually takes about 10 minutes. Pick it up and let's just go.
Let's just go.
No particular sounds like the perfect destination. Up and let's just go. Worry about the plan once we're already moving. Already moving. Pick it up and let's just go.
Let's just go. Let's just go.
Pick it up, pick it up. Already moving. Already moving. Already moving. Already moving. Already moving. Already moving. Pick it up and let's just go.
Let's just go. Let's just go. Pick it up, pick it up.
Everyone in this room is following the same choreographer exactly. I learned the steps and then quietly decided to ignore half of them. Sway feels better when nobody's counting the beats out loud for me. Nobody taught me this shape, I made it up while walking. Cadence of the room wants everyone locked to the same exact speed. Unbothered isn't rudeness, it's just knowing what I actually want. This whole floor can follow the count if that's what feels right to them. I'm following the rhythm nobody else can hear. I'm moving to my own beat, own beat. Nobody's count matters once I found mine. I'm moving to my own beat, own beat. Watch me make the whole room adjust to me instead. Six instructors try to standardize the way I carry myself across the room. Center isn't a skill you can teach, it's a habit you eventually stop suppressing. Cadence in my walk was always a little up from everybody else's. Turns out off was actually just mine. Cadence of the room wants everyone locked to the same exact speed. Unbothered isn't rudeness, it's just knowing what I actually want. This whole floor can follow the count if that's what feels right to them. I'm following the rhythm nobody else can hear. I'm moving to my own beat, own beat. Nobody's count matters once I found mine. I'm moving to my own beat, own beat. Watch me make the whole room adjust to me instead. People keep asking what song I'm actually dancing to. Truth is there isn't one, it's just whatever's playing in my head. Sway doesn't need an explanation, and neither does the pace I keep. This is simply how I move through a room. I'm moving to my own beat, own beat. Nobody's got matters once I found mine. I'm moving to my own beat. Watch me make the whole room adjust to me instead. I'm moving to my own beat, own beat, own beat, own beat, own beat.
asking me is looping on repeat in my head. Nostalgic is a strange word for a moment